What is happening in this Real Madrid dressing room? Ladies and gentlemen, Valverde and Tchouameni had a big fight in training. They almost fought physically. These brothers are doing boxing rounds on each other in that dressing room, fam. They shoved each other, yelled at each other, and kept fighting all the way to the locker room. Brother, out of every single two players that I would have thought, I never in my life did I ever think that Valverde and Tchouameni would be the ones that will be boxing each other, shoving each other, saying bad words to each other. What is happening to this Real Madrid team, man? It doesn't get worse than this. It genuinely doesn't get worse than this. Every single video I'm making, it's like progressively getting worse. This is literally like a tumor. There's a tumor in that dressing room, just getting worse and worse by the day. Apparently the fight between wasn't just today. It wasn't just some normal locker room argument between teammates. It was really bad. Marca saying this, multiple sources saying this. And you know what's the biggest source that genuinely confirmed this? I thought this is fake. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Fabrizio Romano.
Internally.
I'm sorry.
Another fight internally at Real Madrid, according to Marca, Aurelien Tchouameni and Fede Valverde in a fight today in training.
Yeah.
What I can confirm is that it's true. Alvaro Carreras and Toni Rüdiger had problems, but it was a few months ago in training, so the situation is quite tense.
Wait, few months ago? Why was this reported right now then? They're having problems in training? How is this true? Genuinely, how is this true? Because first of all, Valverde and Tchouameni, I mean, they play beautifully. They have the chemistry on the pitch. I never saw them having any tense moments
At Real Madrid in terms of relationships internally. And so we will have to talk about that with a specific video. But the big breaking news of the night is coming from Marca. Again, this fight, Valverde, Tchouameni. We have to understand also the consequences that will have, but for sure at Real Madrid there is a situation to clarify with several players.
Brother, you have to just discipline them. You have to bring the belt. At that point, you had to bring the belt. Perez needs to come to the locker room and have a word with both of them. Have a word with everyone that is having problems with Kylian Mbappe even. You know, I started this Kylian Mbappe agenda, right, months ago. I was like, I don't like him. I want him out of the team. You guys went at me, and slowly, Real Madrid fans are starting to agree with me now. Because apparently I don't know football, right? But it is what it is. But you know what? I don't want him to go out of the club now. Mbappe coming to the club has caused us a lot of troubles in my opinion. But he is not the problem, he's just a problem. We still have midfielders to change, we need the new defenders, all of that needs to happen. Then we can judge if Mbappe is a problem or not. But, in my opinion, you should discipline these brothers, man. You cannot have them physically fight each other. Because the punishment is just leaving the club, in my opinion. If Perez somehow saw this, if it got really physical, they should. I don't care how good Valverde is for us. I don't care how good Tchouameni lately has been for us. They should be kicked out of the club. They should be kicked out of the club because we don't want these two players to have beef forever. We don't want this dressing room, fam. Even Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. didn't have this.
Of course. So, don't forget what I always told you, that Jose Mourinho would love to return to Real Madrid. I will tell you more soon about these situations.
And
but
then
he
talks about Jose Mourinho, obviously.
In this moment, not in a positive way.
Jose Mourinho and everything, the rumors going with Jose Mourinho, obviously. And you know what? I hate to come here and say that I was wrong, but genuinely I was wrong, man. I think Jose Mourinho is the only one that could fix these problems in the dressing room, because Jose Mourinho is the only one that would bring the belt to us, because Jose Mourinho is the only one that would discipline these brothers. But the concern I have is that it's not the same Jose Mourinho that we always had. That is the problem. It's not the same hungry, strict Jose Mourinho that he has always been, in my opinion. And it's so obvious when he coaches the teams like Roma and other teams, right? Benfica as well, right? But in my opinion, we have this as well. The atmosphere in Real Madrid dressing room is very bad. The squad is more and more divided, and there are some players who do not speak to each other. There was reports I reported obviously in my last video that Jude Bellingham, Vinny Jr., they don't like Kylian Mbappe. Jude Bellingham went on social media posting a team picture just without Kylian Mbappe, obviously. He posted some pictures, him and Vinicius Jr. He was commenting under Vinicius Jr.'s post saying, my brother, or whatever, right? And he always does that, but in my opinion, this was such a sign and sending a sign to a certain player, which is Kylian Mbappe. So you can tell that they don't like Kylian Mbappe. The locker room prefers Vinicius Jr. And there is this divided thing where it's literally a dictatorship. It's like we made fun of Real Madrid saying how it's a dictatorship, and it's genuinely becoming a dictatorship in Real Madrid's dressing room. And it all started, I don't know from who, fam. You know who, but I won't say his name because I don't want my channel to get deleted. Ladies and gentlemen, more. There are 6 players who do not speak to Arbiola. Who are these 6 players? I mean, one of them cannot be Kylian Mbappe, right? Vinny Jr. definitely loves Arbiola. Who are these 6 people that do not talk to Arbiola? I mean, one of them is definitely Carvajal because he's getting benched game in and game out, and you can see it on his face that he's visibly angry, right? I don't know who the other 5 is. I cannot name them, man. But if you cannot handle this dressing room, then you're not fit enough for this job. He was always an interim manager, I do understand that, but this brother, man, the first day he came in, from his facial expressions, from the way he acted, from his body language, you can just know if he is fit to humble these players or not. Why are we still at a point, you know, I'm talking and I'm genuinely getting depressed. Why are we still in a point where we are looking for a babysitter? Why is this team always looking for a babysitter? You know why? Because we always said that Zidane came in and he was the babysitter. Everyone respected him, right? That's why Real Madrid played good with all the superstars, right? But in my opinion, we need to change up the system, man. We need to change up the system. I am tired of having a babysitter and these superstars. I'm getting to a point where I swear to God, I'm delusional saying this, but I'm tired of signing these superstars now. I'm tired of Kylian Mbappe. Even Vinicius Jr., who I defended for months, I'm tired of him as well. I'm generally getting tired of him as well because it's like this power thing. Like, why are the dressing room choosing Vinny over Mbappe? It's the same thing. It's like Vinny is the dictator in the dressing room now. That's what they told me. I'm losing hair. I'm losing my mind. This team has been struggling for the past 2 years. Jude Bellingham a superstar. Vinny superstar. Mbappe superstar. Where is the times? Where is the times where we had superstars, but everyone was genuinely humble at least, man? It's like because we had Sergio Ramos humbling them, right? We had Zidane's humbling them. It's like we again, the same thing. I know this is Real Madrid system where we sign the superstars and the big players and we need babysitters to babysit them. But until when will that work, fam? Look at PSG. Do they have babysitter or a coach with tactics? Look at Company and Bayern Munich. Do they have a babysitter or a coach with tactics? I'm sorry, man. I'm genuinely sorry to say this. Look at Barcelona. Do they have a babysitter or a coach that has tactics? You could argue both for all of them, but in my opinion, they are more leaning towards tactics and fresh young players with no egos than the egotistical, famous players, which is Real Madrid. Again, our latest report came out that they have solved their issues finally, and everything is looking fine and healthy and whatever it is, right? And ladies and gentlemen, man, I mean, how can we not end the news with saying that Mourinho is the best? I mean, if Perez sees all this and he doesn't bring Mourinho, I think he's stupid at this point. Because no one that I see in managerial football, you know, I always said Xabi Alonso was good. I mean, Xabi Alonso was okay, but he didn't have the authority, right? So he needed to go. Now, Klopp is my choice, if I'm being honest. I think Klopp has both discipline matters and he has the tactics. This is why I like him a lot, man. This is why I genuinely like. He has tactics that could work in modern football. Jose Mourinho tactics in modern football, I don't know about it. And I don't think he has the discipline matters that he had when he was younger, if I'm being honest. But it is what it is, man. Real Madrid dressing room is done. I think these players need to be humbled. If not, you need to kick out a lot of these players. You need to strike fear into these players. You need to tell them that your job is on the line if you keep continuing this up, man. I don't know. I genuinely don't know anymore, man. At this point, I'm Mbappe out, I'm Vini out, I'm Valverde out, I'm tchouameni out. I think these 4 players needs to go now. I genuinely mean, even Jude Bellingham, put him in that section as well, man. Superstar after superstar, and we need to change the system. This is the truth. I know Real Madrid fans will not accept it because we have been in the same system for years. The superstars bringing the Champions League. But there is a point, man. There is a limit. Where other teams are shining without the system, this is where you have to change up to adapt to the system, man. Because it cannot always work, in my opinion. It cannot always work. I'm tired of these news. I'm tired of them physically fighting each other. And I'm tired of this dressing room getting broken since Mbappe joined. Because maybe it's not Mbappe's fault. Maybe it's just bad luck and bad timing. Maybe. I don't know, man. But PSG going to 2 back-to-back finals when Mbappe left their team maybe tells you something. Maybe tells you something. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to tell you the news and everything that's happening. Thanks so much. Like the video, comment down. I see every single comment. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hopefully Real Madrid fans next season is going to be better. Don't be sad. It will be better. Thank you so much and gracias, amigos.